fatal thought impact, past painful thoughts. In fact, I blast tasteful thoughts and past. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now. Whenever we last left off, with this series, a bit of things happen. Deku and the humans were plunged into the dark because somebody sabotaged their power system. And Deku, with his leadership, was able to organize the humans in such a way that there were actually minimal casualties and humans were able to survive. They had torches and they had weapons. That was their main advantage. If they were stuck out here with no weapons and no way to see, Deku knows for a fact that humans will be massacred. Even he would probably have a difficult fight. And while that would be somewhat intriguing to him, he was happy he was proven wrong by his theory. And many humans, he saw how they acted. The pent-up rage and stress from being here for so long, they were able to channel it into their hunt. He does the same thing. He noticed many of them calm down. And he did decide on that simple notion, that simple idea that people calm down from hunting to at least start doing something. He's going to translate Yautja into the languages humans speak. And whenever they do start learning Yautja, they will at least start going on hunts. They will be blooded warriors, and he will pass us out one by one. The information, essentially the homework, and the knowledge of what happened to Earth. Deku, he knows it's going to be difficult and it's going to be challenging. However, he does not think it will be impossible. He'll pass this information out one by one and find out how every individual reacts to it, and at least try to guide them through. As Deku, whenever everybody did at least start getting things up and running and the shields were put back up, basically, he at least started to organize some people, expressing to them as to what to do. And he did even get the blooded warriors at least started on their marking process. While it may take some time, Deku has expressed to many of them he needs to go on a trip, since he has some important business to do. And Deku, whenever he does at least mention this, he does walk away to the science lab. Him arriving there, as whenever he does open the door, he does see quite a bit of things. The place is messier than usual. There's usually paper scattered about, and things are somewhat disorganized. However, whenever he does walk in, he does see the place is almost in complete and utter chaos. Papers on the floor, strange liquid everywhere, and, well, he can only assume they're either different acids or just different chemicals. Him avoiding some of them, as he does step over or around the spills. And Deku, whenever he does at least walk into a room where he does see everybody just pass around a bottle and drinking from it, along with even just eating and being just completely disorganized, he does stare at a few of them, since some of them are working on projects and just passing around a bottle. Deku staring on, as he does at least go to announce himself. Hello? Oh, hello. Oh, what the fuck do you want? Well, that wasn't what I expected. Oh, really? What did you expect? You told us our fucking home's gone. My family's dead. I got nothing left. I'm fucking in the middle of nowhere space, and we all could have died. Fucking, what, 2 days ago? It doesn't matter. Who gives a shit, right? In the end, we're all probably gonna die. You see, that's the type of shit you shouldn't be thinking. What do you know? A lot more than you. Which is why I'm going to need some of your help. Everybody at least turn to Deku. He's asking for help? Really? Okay. First of all, why should we help you? Some of us have been sitting around here passing around the bottle and some theories. Do you want to know what some of us have come up with? Hmm? Well, let me guess. Some of you think I'm a bullshit liar. The pictures could be faked, and the information I gave you all, it is probably made up. That's what some of you are thinking, right? Possibility number two, I'm telling the actual truth to all of you. I'm telling all of you Earth is gone. I'm telling all of you that the people who may have created us, the people who may very well be our gods, killed us all after making us? Yeah, that's heavy. And they decided to wipe us out one day on a whim? Unexpected, total massacre. I wouldn't believe me either. And possibility number three. Some of it is true and some of it's made up, but you don't know exactly where that is, do you? None of you do. Which is why I'm going to show all of you actual proof. So, how many of you are up for a road trip? Or, well, a space trip? Many of them actually perking up. And that single moment, you do actually see a sobering look on some of their faces. Since some of them, they either have their face turn white, or they do just look around confused and somewhat curious. Deku staring directly at the person, who they're staring on at him with disbelief. You, what's your name? My name is... doesn't fucking matter. What do you want? Listen, I need you to create... let's just call it a observation robot. What? God damn it. How drunk are you? I'm very. Okay, first of all, sober the fuck up. And then, some of you get to work on creating a robot. Hell, it's gonna take us a few weeks to get back to Earth. So, get on the fucking ship and we'll go. Afterwards, create it while we're on the way. Pick up some tech, pick up your shit, pack it on the ship, and I'll show you all of you, if you don't believe me. Then, we can start telling everybody. The scientists staring at Deku, as they kinda do look around confused. They didn't even think of that. If everybody knows, mass hysteria, mass panic, it could be the end of all of them. Hell, the way some of them reacted to the stress, the way their friend reacted to the stress, he ran out in the forest. He just dropped his weapon and ran out the door. He didn't care. He's still out there. Alive, maybe, or... well, he could have been one of the casualties they heard about. Now, while that is something that they do all think about, Deku, he does reassure some of them. He's only going to tell people who are ready to hunt, since he knows how they react. They're better under stress. And, eventually, whenever the word of mouth does pass around, everybody else will be let in. However, he wants to know what some of them are thinking. As you do have where a vote is held, and Deku does watch as some of them they do all whisper to each other, all close knit into a circle, turn and look at Deku occasionally, and then go to turn back to each other. As you do actually have where, at least after some of them raising their hands and going on a vote, somebody they do turn back to Deku. What did you all decide on? You've been muttering for 5 minutes. Well, Mr. Scar. Just Scar. Scar. Okay. We'll do it. Fucking finally. Well, you're basically telling us we can go observe our home in pieces. And some of us, we don't think you're bluffing. But, well, speculation. Yes, speculation. So, we'll start packing things up. Perfect. Deku going to leave. As whenever somebody they at least do try to ask what they should bring, Deku he doesn't even answer. Which to them, that basically does just mean something, along the lines of everything they think they will need. And while they're doing that, we actually do have Deku. He does go on a small hunt and at least go to eat. Whenever he does finally arrive back at the place and get a fire built, he does get to sit down. As you do actually have where some of his hunters, or at least fellow warriors, they do come walking up, and Deku does see a few of them. He does see that a few of the humans around him, they do still have their wounds, and some of them, they do look untreated and fresh. So you go out for a hunt? Yeah, I just got back. It's, a bit annoying. Hell, it all is. Besides, I'm about to head home. You got a house? You got a place here now? No. So, you're gonna go back onto the ship? Also, no. Head back. You're. You can't. That's not. So, you're actually going back there? We're going on an observation mission. It will take time. It will be a while. And all of you around here, show of hands, how many of you think the last couple of days were suspicious with our power running out? Some of them just raising their hands. As Deku does inform them, he's gonna need them all to stay behind, since he wants them to be his eyes and ears. If they spot anything strange, let him know. Mark it down and write about it. Communicate with each other and actually pay attention. Trust nobody. Be suspicious of the Yautja. And some of them, they do think that's kind of weird. However, Deku, after he at least does explain it a bit better, they do understand. The power grid is in the Yautja area, and it's protected. There's no way a human could get over there, unless they vault over the buildings and they know exactly where it's at. Since, after reviewing some footage, they can't find out exactly how it happened. Now, that's where Deku, he does at least continue, as he does express to them that while he's doing so, he does at least have the Japanese, well, translation finished. Him at least going to bring his hand up, reach into a pocket, and then go to pull something out. Him going to turn and hand it over to somebody. Is this it? Yeah. Plug it into a terminal. You'll find out exactly how extensive it is. Granted, I'm not the best at writing AI. I'm more of a engineering type. What do you mean? I build stuff with my hands. When it comes to a computer, I'm more likely to punch it than write code. Makes sense. Now, after Deku does explain this to them, some of them, they do go to leave. Somebody's staying behind as they do ask Deku a few questions. What is it? Well, some of us were wondering about when we'll get our mask. It might be a minute. I didn't exactly earn mine the right way, but I got one nonetheless. I understand that. Some of us, we haven't been selected to go on missions. And the Yautja, they don't exactly hand out that type of gear to us. Yeah, I know. We're on a planet with a breathable atmosphere, so there's no need for it. Yautja only gave me mine because really mine's really just used for certain missions. The air filtration system in my mask isn't really tuned exactly the same way. So it's modified or custom. Kinda. I can turn it on whenever I need to. However, the filter doesn't exactly work, per se. It's on the most minimal setting to cycle the atmosphere, or really clean it in a way. I only really turn it on whenever I'm on an atmosphere I can't breathe. That reminds me, how exactly do you hunt on an alien planet? What do you mean? Well, I mean, You know, the Yautja, they go to planets and they don't seem to wear armor, even whenever the atmosphere is very bad. I mean, I know what happens to people in space with freezing and stuff like that, but don't people also burn and react badly to certain atmospheres? I don't even really know how it works. We don't even know how it works. Hell, as long as the atmosphere is oxygen based, I think we'll be fine. Even then, Deku gonna bring his hand up. Him reaching a hand into and on the shirt, on to the weird shirt he's wearing. Him expressing that this cloth right here, it's actually a lot more than just simple cloth. It actually does work as kind of a spacesuit. Hmm? What do you mean? Well, I mean, keeps you warm, makes it colder, and adjusts you to a more comfortable temperature. Besides, I mean, most Yautja wear to protect themselves from the atmospheres. Hmm? So, I'm still confused. I'm lost on it. I mean, so am I. It's the only real explanation I have for the Yautja. Really, I think it's just. It might be too simple for us to really understand. It might not be complex at all, really. I don't know. Yeah, neither do I. So, another question. And I don't mean to be awkward with this, but what's going on with you and that Yautja chick? What? Yeah, the Yautja chick. What was her name? Kill? Killer? Her name's a key. Yeah, her. Exactly what's going on between you two? What do you mean? Well, I mean, you guys spend a lot of time together, and I know exactly what you're gonna say. Shut the fuck up. Oh, so you two are doing it? No, we are not. That sounded like a really, really defensive no. Well, how about this? We haven't. We aren't in a relationship. I never said there had to be a relationship. I'm going to rip out your tongue if you keep saying that. I mean, what would even really be the point? All you'd get is me just writing shit and throwing it in your face. I think that'd be more annoying, don't you? How would I break your limbs and then rip off your fingers? Okay, no, that's actually a lot scarier to think about. So, um, yeah, I don't even really know where to go from here. That was actually a terrifying thought to think about. Holy shit. I can imagine. Besides, if you really want to pester me about things going on with her and me, we're just friends, hunting buddies. I don't I don't know, dude. It's fucking weird. The guy just remaining silent. He meant that sort of as a joke, but this guy's actually talking about the alien chick. And he's. Wait, holy shit, did he actually? Now, the guy does continue on, letting Deku just talk. As Deku does kind of explain it, he doesn't get it. This chick, the way she acts around him, it seems like she's into him. But he just doesn't know what the fuck to do. She's, well, a Yautja. Yeah, honestly, dude, I don't even know where to go with that. That's my problem. She's like weird and affectionate. Hell, I mean, I gave her some normal human clothing and. Hmm? Wait, hang on. You what? Never mind. Did she actually wear it? Wait, what did you give her? Okay, now I'm actually a bit curious. Did you give her anything? No. You don't even know what I was going to say. Pretty sure you have a dirty mind. I can already imagine what you're about to say. So you have a dirty mind too. I never said that, but I exactly know how you think. So you think the same way I do because you know how I think. I'm not getting into this fucking mental gymnastics bullshit with you. If you think anything like that, go ahead, I don't give a shit. But if you try and say I'm thinking things like that or I do things like that, we might have problems. Hell, I already gotta try and balance a key and leading everybody. Hell, I'm about to basically go slap down proof in front of people and inform them, yeah, this is what happened to our home planet. Take a good long look. Yeah, I know, man. Listen, I'm just trying to fuck with you, alright? Yeah, I get it. But it's not fucking funny. Yeah, I know. Still a bit stressed out from everything. The fact that you think the Yautja are trying to kill us now, that's kind of put me on edge too. I can imagine. Hell, certain Yautja are still hard for me to kick the shit out of. Really? Until I thought you were invincible. I'm not. I just know how to fight. Military background with my family. Wasn't enlisted, but parents were. Learned a lot from them. Really? Yeah. And here I was thinking that the legends I've heard about you are true. Hmm? Legends? Yeah, dude. A lot of people around here, they make stories. Give the kids something to learn about, hear about, and, you know, enjoy. Hell, I had a kid the other day when they saw you, covered in all that blood, and just wielding a sword. You know what they said about you? They said you can scare the fucking boogeyman. And I would have believed it. Hell, I mean, I've seen you after one of your hunts. Look at that fucking thing in there. The guy pointing at the fire. Deku looking down and looking back up. So I'm curious. People have theories about me. You haven't heard them? I haven't exactly been spending a lot of time with people. Oh, yeah, that's right. You train a lot, you hunt a lot, and you spend a lot of time with the Yautja. I forget about that. You don't exactly stay around people, do you? I mean, never really was much of a people person. Had friends, had exes, you name it. Back on Earth, things were normal. I mean, hell. In a way, I do still miss it, but I do enjoy the life I'm currently living. Constant adrenaline rush, constant, well, just heart pumping action. Hell, you name it. This is like a childhood dream to some people, right? I can imagine. But many things get overlooked with dreams. What do you mean? Well, you say it's like a dream, but people forget that their nightmares are dreams too. They could just stare at the guy. As he does this, go to bring up a hand and raise a bottle, saying that dreams, they are good and bad. It doesn't matter. They're always based on how someone views them, right? So it's up to your own interpretation. Some people could probably have nightmares and wake up the next day laughing about them. Others can have good dreams and probably still feel like shit. It doesn't really matter. It's just how the person interprets it, right? That's strangely deep coming from a man who, well, like you. Yeah, I know. Hell, I'm just trying to be funny and make people laugh. I'm the jokester of our group. I always just do dumb shit. But I think everyone laughs so that they don't feel so bad. What do you mean? Well, if everyone's laughing, everything's okay. That's just something I think about. So I get people to laugh, I do dumb shit. Hell, I dislocated my finger the other day with a joke and couldn't fix it. Had to go see our doctors. That's actually kind of funny. Then again, I do see what you're going for. You're just trying to make sure everyone can keep their shit together, right? Yeah, it's a lot. Can you not mention this to anybody? Didn't plan on it. I get it though. It's all right. If you wanted to come with us, you could. Hmm? Go back to Earth? Nah, I think that's too much for me. If I'm gone, no one's laughing. Besides, it sounds like a lot. I'd rather not see our home messed up and worse. You know? It's all right, man. Anyways, I gotta go help the scientist out with packing. Right, right. What about your food though? Hmm? It's still got some time. I'll check on it. They're going to stand. Him standing up, walking over, and helping the scientist. After at least some scientists they got some stuff packed up, Deku and some people do start moving it over to the ship. And we do actually have a key. Whenever she does go over to the ship and see Deku, it's kind of intriguing. He's packing up for a mission. Scar. A key. Deku turning his head. Him holding a large pile of metal. Her looking at some of the rods and other things that do kind of confuse her. Along with the fact that underneath that metal, well, pile on Deku, he's holding a box of electrical scrap. What's up? Oh, are you busy? Yeah, I'm helping some people. We're gonna take this ship and head back to Earth to, you know. Oh, are you going to check it out? I wouldn't really recommend it. That stuff is, well, a key. I know that that stuff's dangerous. We're gonna make something to look at the planet a bit closer. Are you sure that's wise? Yeah, it's it's gonna be a lot, but we're gonna try and gather some proof, evidence, and show people. And it'll at least try and help people believe it a bit more. Since word of mouth is not too good. Right, right. Her actually going to at least swing her hands behind her back. So, are you going to be taking this trip with just the humans? Hmm? Oh, well, I mean, no. We were just gonna head out. We shouldn't be gone for too long. Besides, it's a good thinking. Aki, she wants to go with him, right? Maybe, hmm, okay, she may not want to spend time with him or relax, maybe? Spend some more time around humans? Well, it might be a good idea to keep her around. The trip's going to be long, and it's going to be at least trying to decipher everything. Hmm. He got a few errors with the Yautja language. That's another problem. While spending time away from her and having her watch the Yautja would be good, Deku's got humans on top of that. Okay, let's see. Deku, he knows exactly what humans are going to be doing. So they do have access to the Yautja facilities. They don't have as extensive tech as he does, though. They don't have the gauntlets. At least not this upgraded one he has. They can pass through certain areas. Hmm. Aki, did you want to go? Uh, yeah. I was curious to know a bit more. Besides, you'll need help decoding, won't you? Yeah. Yeah, I will. It's gonna be good to have at least a native speaker on board. Now, a few people are actually staring at this. The scientists, they may not be able to hear certain parts of the conversation, but whenever the topic did turn away from Earth and back to, oh yeah, you could come with us. It's going to be a long ride, and while I'm doing this, you could probably help me out. You know, balance things out for me. And Aki, she is happy by that, and the scientists, they can kind of tell. They might be able to actually ask some questions to this Yautja. Poke and prod maybe into the Yautja culture and even some tech. Maybe if they're able to, they can learn a bit more. It's interesting to them. And we do actually have where the scientists, they do try to welcome Aki on board. However, whenever they do go to attempt so, they do find that Aki, she's apparently already comfortable here. Since whenever she does walk on board and at least go to set a few things down into a room, she walks right out, turns, and then does go to at least enter a code. Her walking away from the door as it does lock shut, and they do at least hear the gears. Her at least going to walk off and talk about how before they do depart, she's going to at least inform his humans as to what Yautja are friend, and which Yautja may be foe. Now, after that is said and done, Deku, he does give an announcement that he's going to be leaving. And he does inform people as to who exactly is going to be in charge while he's gone. And at least talking to them about how, if anything does happen, remember what they did a couple days ago. Follow the same procedures and stay alive. If anything else does occur, at least rely on the Yautja for some help. However, do not take it for granted. Do not depend on them. And the humans, they do hear about this. Well, that guy, he did a lot for them. Yeah, they had the numbers, they had the power, they had his leadership, and he was calm in the chaos. Right now, they're just thinking, oh yeah, we may be able to handle ourselves. However, some of them, they are at least still a bit more uncomfortable. The fact that that guy is leaving, and he's the guy who basically saved them, it does at least put a thought in the back of some of their minds. Okay, if they're okay right now, why do they feel a bit more, well, unprotected? Now, with that being said, Deku and everyone, they do blast off into space and start their journey. As whenever everyone, they are up in space, Deku does inform many of them as to what's going on. As some of them, scientists, they're just staring at the window and photographing the planet. And talking about how it's amazing to stare at it again. Yeah, anyways. Deku walking over to the ship's computer and going to sit down in a chair. Himley's going to bring his hands up and start putting a few things in. As he does this, go to make a phone call, and the elder Yautja just pop up. Whenever the man does so, Deku does start to speak in Yautja, explaining to him exactly the mission he is taking the scientist on. And the elder Yautja, he does at least talk back to Deku, and Deku, he does hold his head up. The man at least turning his eyes towards Aki, his daughter. Aki, what are you doing on that vessel? I am going with father. Scar, he's trying to teach the humans more about our language. And, well, he himself has still been making a few errors. I'm here to correct them. Their languages he does not speak, but he is learning. He's trying to decipher and code them to Yautja. Respond and, well, help teach humans. I'm here to help and assist in that. So you're not on a research mission with him? Technically I am, father. However, I am... Aki, there is no need to explain yourself to me. I'm sorry, father? Aki, you are qualified to lead a clan. You are strong. You are a warrior. You are a leader. As far as I'm concerned, that is good. You have earned my respect, my daughter. Now, be safe. The man closing the window. And Deku, whenever he does this, go to look back towards Aki, he may not be able to read her emotions, but Aki, she is excited. She just got some positive reinforcement from her father. And to a Yautja, I'm fairly certain that shit is rare. And everybody, they are kind of confused, as Aki, she does look a bit excited. As I do believe that that is a good point to leave this off of. and I do hope you guys enjoyed.